Katie, what is new?
Not really anything.
Besides, I love your top.
Oh, because we're twinning? I went to Bandon's orientation this morning. He starts school this week, 4th grade.
Oh.
It is actually so cute. And last night we went school shopping. And I made Matt get some new clothes too because I was like, buddy, it's time.
We got to dress these men.
Yeah, we got to help them. And honestly, he usually gets everything sponsored. All these golf companies send him golf clothing and lifestyle clothing. But it was time for some new pants and jeans and stuff. So I took him to Gap and I was like, they're having a resurgence. Let's go to Gap.
They are though. I love the Gap.
I know. And it was so good. Everything was 40% off. He was like, this is amazing.
Oh God, so 40% off gets me excited.
I know, the whole store, 40% off. So we had a good night. It was fun. What about you? What's new?
I love that. Let's see. Well, I just got back from a fun little beach weekend. Steve just got back from his long motorcycle trip. Him and like a handful of other guys rode about 600 miles a day. He started out from our house in the LA area. They rode all the way up to like, where is Sturgis? Is that in South Dakota? It's one of the Dakotas. They went to Mount Rushmore. They went to Little Bighorn. Like he went everywhere. So he was gone for almost 2 full weeks. He had just gotten back and he's like, hey, he always has like guilt when he leaves that long. And I'm always like, no, go. I think 'cause it's so good for him. And he's like, he's at peace when he's on his motorcycle. Like he just loves it. And I'm like, no, please go. I have to push him out the door. So when he got back the next day, he was exhausted. He's like, you want to go to the beach house? I was like, let's go. I didn't think he'd want to go because I thought he'd be like exhausted. But it was really fun because we didn't even go to the beach. But it was perfect weather. But I got to go to some open houses just for funsies.
Oh, yeah.
Because me and Steve were new to this particular area, this beach area. And we're trying to decide, like, we have a lot of talks about like when we retire. We both want to retire like somewhat early-ish if we can. And, you know, we're on like the 5-year plan, 6-year plan. Stevie's about to be 13. She's in 7th grade. When she graduates high school, we don't have any ties that will keep us in this area that we're in right now. We both want to move and we both like water, you know? And so we're like, oh. So maybe like we're toying with the fact of, do we like this, where we bought our little second home? Do we like this area enough that we would buy a permanent home here someday? So I go to like all the open houses just to see what is available. Not that we're going to buy right now, but also I love an open house. Are you one of those girls that loves to go to open houses? Oh,
yes.
I'll go to any, if it's a pretty area, I'll go. I'm just so nosy and curious. Like, what did they do with the decor?
Same.
What's the layout? What's the backyard like? Is there a view? Like, oh, I was like in heaven. I got my little coffee from my favorite coffee shop and went to all these like open houses and the weather was like perfect. It was like the perfect weekend.
Oh, I love that. I actually went to one this weekend in my neighborhood.
Was it nice? Like, did you love it?
It was so nice. And I actually sent the listing to Kathleen and I was like, can you come be my neighbor? Even though she
that would be amazing.
Oh my God. Well, she just put a ton of money into her house. So that will never happen. But all the houses are new here. So the ones that are being sold after only being owned about a year or two, I want to see what they've done decor-wise.
Yes.
Because the house has some weird areas that I want to know what they did. Because there's only like 8 floor plans or something. So I went in. It was stunning. It was stunning. I was like, man, it was so cool. I love doing that too.
But at least you got some inspo.
Yeah, for sure.
And by the way, you, me, and Kathleen need to do our girls' night. We're going to figure that out.
Please. I
just want to bend her ear about a lot of stuff. We got to talk a little bit on the boat for your birthday. And I was like, I would love to get to know her more. She's a baddie.
Yeah, she is.
And she's fun. She's really fun. Yeah. Okay, well, we got to get down to business, girl, because we need to talk about this girls' trip.
There's so much to discuss. I got to be honest with you.
There's a lot to discuss, namely that everybody hates your girl, Vicki. Nobody likes that woman.
Well, Teresa said it perfectly. She was like, she has all these angry growls all the time.
Yes.
What did you, okay, real honest question, because I don't remember. When Vicki was on it towards the beginning, did she talk like that? She's talking normal and then she's like, why can't I just have fun?
Yes. Vicki has always, from what I remember, had 2 gears. And I'm glad you brought that up because I only clocked it when I was watching this. And when Teresa said that, I was like, she's actually right because she has 2 gears. It's either this one. Let me try to impersonate it. She'll be like,
okay,
well, I just like kindness. I want everybody to be kind and I don't want to fight and we're all going to die. You know, she does that little like baby voice. She thinks it's cute.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, not a woman who's in her 60s. Like, stop. Weird. But then anytime she gets a little like her only other gear is to grunt and to groan and go past an octave that she should never go past. And it's like, well, because we're the Teresa amigas. We're the Teresa amigas. I'm not going to fight right now. I'm not going to fight. Ugh. And she like has this growl and it's like
weird.
I don't know if she has phlegm stuck in the back or what. I don't know what's going on with her throat.
Yeah.
But it is a weird nails on a chalkboard growl and groan, kind of like Teresa said. And I don't know why. I think that the baby talk voice is somewhat of like a Paris Hilton fake. I think I do. I've always thought that Vicki is a pick-me girl and she's always like strive for male attention. And I notice that a lot of pick-me girls are kind of like, and they try to be like cutesy and this and that. Vicki tries to play like cutesy blonde sometimes. And it's like, maybe that worked in your 20s and maybe your 30s as well. But like beyond that, let's not be doing that. Let's not.
Well, I've had dinner with her multiple times and we sit and talk. And I got to be honest, I don't recognize either of those voices because when I have been with her, it's been very normal. She talks to me normal. We talk about normal things. She's never done the growl at me. Even we're talking about things that are serious. Our very first dinner I invited her to after my first season. And I was like, I need your help. Like, what am I doing wrong kind of thing? Because we had met and she was very kind to me. And we went up the street to Gulfstream. We sat at the bar and she was amazing. We had the best conversation. She was so kind to me. She was never mean to me, by the way, being the new girl. Never. But you're right. I did kind of kiss the ring, but she was never cruel to me. She literally wanted to help me with Shannon. That was the whole thing. It's like, let me help you because she sometimes gets into this hamster wheel, yada, yada, yada. But I don't recognize either of those voices.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because that kind of corroborates what I was already thinking. I think that at the very least, the baby voice is somewhat of a put on for Housewives, for TV. Yeah. Maybe the growling and grunting and groaning is also her thinking that she's being interesting and big personality because she lacks a personality. And maybe that's just a put on as well. But maybe the real Vicki is just neither one of those, to your point.
I don't think so. She was so different. I don't know. She was like a normal woman. It was great to be around her.
I think people would like her more if she just was that version of herself on TV. Because the other stuff is turning everybody off.
Right. And she gave me really good advice. Honestly, it wasn't until our last meeting that went a little weird, but like leading up to then, she was fantastic to me.
That's interesting. I think that sheds some light on Vicki and who is the real Vicki.
Right.
I hated Vicki and Kyle's conversation, as I know you probably did as well. When Kyle's crying over the fact that it's our 30th anniversary and Mo texted me and it just brings me to a certain place and she was truly emotional, which I can fully understand.
1,000%.
I was disgusted by Vicki's response saying something like, well, you felt pressure because you did. I thought you had it all. You did let your family down. You let your kids down. You should feel, disappointed in yourself, or what'd she say? Oh, you let them down. Something like that. And I just was like, that is the exact wrong response that a friend needs in that moment. And Vicki always takes her own situation of regretting divorcing Don and she applies it to every marriage. No, like you should stick it out. Oh, when things are bad, you just bail. Yeah, sometimes when things are bad, you need to bail because it's better for your mental health. It's actually better for your kids in some instances in the long run for you to bail. I hate this whole trope, this old trope, I will say, very dated, like Vicki tries to carry the torch for, of like, oh, a marriage is just supposed to last forever. Sometimes it doesn't. Not all contracts, can need to stay together forever, stay intact forever. Like sometimes that person changes or you grow and you realize this is toxic, this is abusive, this isn't working for me, this person isn't supported, they don't love me anymore, I don't love them anymore. A lot of things can happen between two human beings, and instead of shaming your friend, you should have been like, damn, I can understand. And, hopefully you guys can remain friends and co-parent. I know their kids are adults now, basically, but it was just the exact wrong response. And I think I texted you and said, I was so triggered by this because I had almost the exact same thing happen to me because Vicki put that pressure also on Kyle and said, as an outsider, I thought you had it all. I just thought you had it all. And I bet you Kyle is so sick of hearing that. Because I also heard that. I had two friends in particular. One I had been best friends since middle school. One I had been really strong friends with for like many years. They sat me down at dinner and judged the fuck out of me for leaving my husband. And they said, this is not good for your kid. You're not doing all you can for your kids. We thought you had the perfect marriage. This is coming out of nowhere for us. It never comes out of nowhere. Okay. It makes me so angry. And Vicki said that to
my God.
Vicki said that to freaking Kyle. She's like, and it just came out of nowhere. It doesn't come out of nowhere, you guys. If you know me and if people know Kyle, divorce, it doesn't just come out of nowhere. It bubbles up for me years. I was unhappy for years. I tried to stick it out for my kids, not for myself, for my kids. And it didn't work and it wasn't going to work. And it's one of the best decisions I've ever made for myself, actually, and my kids. But I was
100%.
so judged by my two friends. And Katie, I don't know how you feel, but I'm a very strong believer in, I looked at my best friend, Jessie, she's never been divorced and probably never will be. But I remember telling her like one time, I said, Jessie, if you ever divorce your husband and it's because you cheated on him, I will tell you that I hate what you did. It was wrong. This is not you. Please don't ever do it again. Your kids and you and Oscar deserve better. However, at the same time, I will support whatever it is that you need from me right now. I'm not going to abandon you. I'm not going to tell you you're a bad person. I'm going to not judge you for what you did. I'm going to tell you how I feel about it, but we're going to move on and I'm still going to be your best friend. That's not what I got from my two friends at that moment. And that's not what Vicki gave Kyle. It was awful.
It was just gross. And it was, okay, but I will say I liked when Teresa approached her on the van, because this goes back to this. I liked when Teresa approached her on the van, you were mean to me. This is, you said about this. Why'd you call me the most overrated housewife? And Vicki was like, oh, because at the time you got Top Chef or whatever, all these shows. She's like, maybe it was jealousy. And then that goes right back to Kyle. She's like, well, you guys looked like you had it perfectly. She is hung up and jealous about these other housewives. It's just like when they're saying Gina Keogh started and she's like, well, I did. And I'm glad that she thanked me, whoever she was talking about. I'm glad she thanked me because we wouldn't be here without me. It's crazy. She is telling everyone over and over again, I'm a narcissist. Please keep telling me how much you love me. And that's what she was doing basically to Kyle. Well, you look like you had it all together. And then she made it about her. And I always think this about Dawn. And Dawn, I look back, oh my God, like just let her have her moment and just say how beautiful it is that he's still texting you guys on your anniversary, knowing what an amazing relationship you have. And now you have beautiful daughters that you have raised so well. So let's think about the future, but you can also celebrate your past.
Very well said, Katie, and I wholeheartedly agree. And it's not the end of the world. Vicki could have looked at her and said, God, a lot of divorced people or separated people would die to have the relationship that you have with your ex. That says something about you, Kyle, and your character, that you are able to move on with Mauricio in this way. And I know he's done some things to hurt you, but you are so emotionally mature and you think of your kids first. So you still get along with their dad, partially because you want your kids to have that. It's a gift you're giving your children. And you're right. When you hit the nail on the head, when you said Vicki made it all about herself, just like she did when Teresa was being vulnerable about going away, to prison for a year. It's like Vicki made it all about herself. That is a narcissist. I know that word is overused, but I don't know how else to describe it. Vicki always makes it about Vicki, and it's gross. I also cannot be friends with people like that can never make it about somebody else. It always will be about them.
Well, look, when they were driving by On Cue, that's that freaking store that Shannon shops in, that they filmed in Orange County. Teresa's telling her, you hurt my feelings. She's like, guys, stop. Look, that high end, you can buy high end things, all high end, luxury, high end. She's literally talking to you right now. Again, making it about you. I shop there. You can go in there. They have high-end stuff. Like, what the?
Ick. That is such a Vicki Karen thing to do. She is such a Karen, which is why she irks my spirit. Like, I don't fuck with Vicki. If that were me, I would have lost it. I would have absolutely told her where she could go fucking put her high-end clothes. Like, I was so agitated on behalf of everybody in that van. It's like, Vicki, you're not a likable person. You are a self-absorbed, selfish, just egotistical, emotionally immature person, narcissistic probably person. And I don't want to be around people like that. drove me crazy. But what made me laugh a little is that Gizelle, like we always said, if there's one thing about Gizelle, she's going to clock in, she's going to go to work, she's going to bring the shade. And she said, now, Vicki, I do want to talk to you about some things. And she goes, last night, which was loud but fun. She goes, Lisa told me you wanted to put me in a box. But I just thought it was so funny. She's like, it was loud, but it was still fun. Because these OC women screech all the time.
They scream. I can't believe production is letting her open her laptop.
Exactly.
Like, that actually surprised me, because if we had our phones out, put your phone away. If we are chewing gum, spit your gum out. If we were, normal things for when you're filming a television show, you have to be present. I was actually shocked that they let her have her laptop out, because those, as they explained, those van rides have like epic moments in them.
Oh, so
they're amazing, right? So let's let it play out. I was shocked.
I was too. Oh, but you were shocked that she was dealing with her huge clients. I have huge clients. I'm trying to. Okay, with your huge clients. Shut up.
Doesn't she have people that work for her? She could be like, hey, look, I'm filming. I need you to pick up the slack, or hire somebody, or I don't know.
Where's Lori from season 1? Where is Lori?
I know.
Do you remember Lori?
I actually loved her. I loved her. I felt so bad for her.
I did too. I did too, but then she ended up like having a really thriving marriage, she married some rich dude, I guess. And then Vicki was like jealous because she like basically, kind of went like several notches ahead of Vicki. Vicki used to kind of be, the power imbalance was pretty clear. Vicki had the money and the success, and Lori was like her assistant or receptionist or whatever it was. And then Lori goes and marries a banger of a husband, and now she's like really rich.
Yes. But and her son passed away a few years ago.
Oh, I forgot about that. Ooh.
Maybe 2 years ago. I think
that
we were filming.
So awful.
Horrible.
I had completely forgotten about that. That's so sad.
Horrible.
Vicki, and then of course Vicki's like, I'm not prepared to have this conflict right now. I'm literally in the middle of signing huge clients.
Oh my God. Okay. The highlight of this episode for me is the next part, and it's where they're in the hotel and they're all in like lingerie and nightwear. And they're all dancing like, oh, we can't turn on Vicki unless we're talking about dying. And Portia's walking around. She's like, I'm ready to die. I'm ready to die. I'm ready to die. And I was laughing, crying. I was crying. Everyone's like, oh, I'm get my death certificate. Get my death certificate. And I was like,
we're all gonna die. And Kyle's like, we can't talk to Vicki unless we talk sexy to her. We got to say, ooh, give me that life insurance. Hand over that clipboard.
It was so funny. Okay, and then, I hate to jump ahead, but then Lisa Barlow made me cry. I went from laughing to crying. Because you don't get to see this soft Lisa a lot, I feel like. And if it is soft, it's like, well, you hurt my feelings. You're coming at me and I can't. Okay. This one, she's like, I laugh so much. And she's like, I don't get that from my own cast. And I felt that deep. Yeah. I felt that because like I've told you, I get along with every other housewife other than Jessel. I love every other housewife. They're so kind to me, but my own hated my guts. And so when she's saying like, I get to laugh and have a good time, I was like, man, what a fucking concept that is.
I thought about you as well. And I thought, oh, Katie must be feeling this right now. And I will add a little context to Lisa getting emotional in that moment. I remember at BravoCon, long story short, when everybody else was enjoying each other's company, I was talking to the Atlanta Housewives. I was talking to the Potomac ladies. I was talking to other creators. Me and Oliver were walking around talking to Mary Cosby. Like just everybody was having a blast at the Four Seasons bar. Lisa Barlow was in the breezeway with another creator who's a friend of ours. Love him, but I won't out him. He could talk about it on his own. And she was just bending his ear, and you could see, and he told me later kind of like what she said. She was just complaining the whole time. She was miserable when she should have been having fun. She was like, I just think I'm going to have the bad edit. I just know it. They're going to give me the bad edit and it's such a bad experience. And, and I kind of like poked fun at her a little bit at the time, like not mean girl, but just kind of like, girl, have fun. Stop ruining his experience because you think you're going to get a bad edit. Like, oh, how narcissistic of you, you know? But now I kind of understand, like, this is Lisa crashing out because Lisa's sensitive. And Lisa
Yeah.
does care, about what other people think of her, and she wants to be liked and she wants to be loved. And she's gone through it on this show, partially because she makes her own bed, partially not.
Yeah.
And so I understood in that moment that made sense based on what I saw of her at BravoCon.
Yeah. Well, I told this
She is
story
sensitive
before.
about it.
Very. I told this story before that when we were FaceTiming with Oliver, the first time her and I were FaceTiming, her first question to me was, how's your daughter? That I was so touched. And again, another housewife asks me how my daughter is, not even knowing Kylie, but the people that I was working with would never ask that. I mean, she makes a good point that, it's different. It's Game of Thrones or Friends.
Totally.
The rest of the housewives, it's literally Game of Thrones.
I would love to see you on a girls' trip to let you flourish, to let people really get to know you. I think that we would need to see you on girls' trip.
I would love that.
I'm sure. Who wouldn't want to get paid? I want to go on girls' trip, and I've never been a housewife. Like somebody, I want to just be cast like Cynthia as like a friend of.
Same.
Right? Like it's like no pressure. I just get to wear a cute outfit, get my Botox refreshed, and go have a couple lines, that make people laugh, and then like step out.
Okay, who would be your ultimate girls' trip cast that you would go
Oh
in?
my God, you're putting so much pressure, but here we go.
Okay, name like 5 people. Name like
obviously
5
my
people.
bestie, Katie. Katie,
Yeah.
you're on this because yeah. Nene, Portia.
Yeah.
So Katie, Nene, Portia, maybe Angie from Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
Kyle's a lot of fun on girls' trips, but I'm gonna probably pick somebody else. I would have fun with Kyle, I think. Somebody from Potomac. Gizelle would be fun, I think. Gizelle would be
Yes.
fun. Yeah. There's so many, but that's
I
like off the top of my head.
Yeah. Yeah.
We would have fun.
So much fun. Okay, so if I'm piggybacking off that, I would choose Kyle Richards, Angie K. I want Dr. Tiffany Moon from Dallas.
Oh,
Why
love
not bring
that.
her back?
Love that.
Cy from New York,
Love that.
Gertie from Miami,
100%.
and Portia.
I endorse all.
And Stacy. Sorry, I can't
Oh my God.
forget
I just
Stacey.
love that I'm included in yours and I'm not even a housewife.
Well, you're my housewife.
I'm your housewife.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That would be amazing. I am getting the chills actually.
I know. That would be so fun.
Okay.
So fun.
This is also a part that I loved was the 2 lesbianas messing around on that bed with a pillow.
But you could tell at the end, Kyle was like, oh, fuck, we just filmed that.
I know, because she's like
"Shit."
not as open as Portia is, but I still thought it was like so cute, so fun. It made me laugh, and I love. Kyle's like, you know what I do when with a pillow, I sleep with it between my legs, and Portia's like, well, you know what I do when I got a housewife, I get on top or something like that. We're like, oh, we know you do.
And Lisa's like, have you always been this fun? Like, have you always? That was sweet. And she was like, yeah, girl, I've always been like
well,
this.
post Cordell, that's when she really
Yeah.
bloomed. Post Cordell is when Portia really bloomed. Giselle calls, I love that Giselle calls out saying Vicki just needs to get some dick. She's controlling. True, by the way. Need to loosen up, girl. Need to get some good dick.
I can feel her pain. Matt has been gone a long time.
My girl Katie needs some good dick. Or maybe just a good pillow.
Maginella.
Because my girl is a rideaholic. And a ridenator. You would be a rideaholic on the girls' trip. I know you would. I've seen you.
God,
I know you would drop it low like Kyle does. I know my girl
Yes.
Katie's got it in her.
Yes, 100%.
And I love that Portia's like, well, if we filled out that clipboard, then Vicki would talk to us. And that's when they all got into, she's like, and then she would say, what's your date of birth? And Lisa's like, I filled out the paperwork.
And she goes, huh? Great.
Vicki, all of a sudden Vicki's like, oh, I just had a little orgasm. Whoop.
I made $3 off of you. It's fantastic.
Did you say clipboard? Did you say Kodo insurance? Oh, got a little tingle down there.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And then they're like, oh, and Luann's like, well, I don't think you're controlling. I know you're controlling.
I love Luann more and more as
So
time passes.
good on the show. Same.
God, I love that woman. Love
Oh,
her.
she's reminding me of, don't be all uncool.
I
That's
know.
who she's with the glasses. Oh,
She's fantastic. Top tier housewife. Top tier.
Yeah. Oh, and then speaking of Luann, she goes, talking about Vicki's pajamas because somebody spilled something on it. She goes, don't worry, it'll dry. It's synthetic.
It'll dry fast. It's synthetic.
It's synthetic. I just died.
I love her.
God,
Oh
and this
my
show, just
God.
like Atlanta, is giving me life. It was so fun. Kyle, of course, did her splits, which will always impress me. It will
Yes.
always. She looked so good doing it. And then she dropped it low on that couch. And that's when Giselle's like, I just know Kyle is secretly a black girl in a white girl's body.
I
And I'm
love
like,
that.
facts.
It's the biggest compliment ever.
It is.
God.
Oh my God. Like Kyle is now I can't speak on behalf of the black congregation, as they say on TikTok, but I would imagine if I put money on it, Kyle is in fact invited to the cookout.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
For sure.
We're all just trying to go to that cookout.
I'd love to see her with a black man.
Ooh, maybe that's what well,
Yeah. That right-inator. Maybe she needs a black man.
set her straight. I didn't mean that to make her straight. I don't know why I did not mean it. Hey, but I have heard a black man will turn a gay woman straight. I'll just say that. I think that's actually a proven fact. Scientifically triple checked, third party tested to be true.
And if you have the research, send it to us. We want to read it.
Please let us know, you ride-nators,
Or if you've done the research.
you ride-aholics.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, so they get to Sutton's house, right? For Sutton's luncheon. And first they stand in the driveway of the house on the main road. And then they go in, and do you know what the craziest shit is?
Tell me.
Her and I have the same dishes.
Ooh, that's a flex because Sutton's got money.
But they're not crazy. They're not like, I bought them for, there are Thanksgiving dishes. They're like brown, they're like florally. I took a photo and I was like, matte. Because I just pulled them out the other night. I had Kathleen and her husband and kids over for dinner. And my tablecloth was light brown. So I was like, oh, I sound like such a Southern mother.
No, you actually do.
The tablecloth
You
is
don't
brown.
want to
So
see
like,
what you don't want to see what I be serving people at my house. I mean, you are lucky if you get those Chinette $7 a pack plates that are not paper, but they're not.
They're not flimsy. They're not flimsy.
Oh, I will never serve you on a flimsy plate. I wouldn't do that to you, but I will serve you on those Chinette. I mean, they're actually not cheap. They're about $8 a pack, I would say. So I don't know.
Hey,
I feel like that's a little bit of a flex. It's not cheap. This economy, girl, come on.
But look, I took this picture. That's Portia's seat. That's my plate.
Oh, I like those plates, though. Those are cute.
That's my plate, bitch.
I would hire somebody. If I was on Housewives, I would 100% make the presentation. I would just hire somebody professional to just do it all and make it look good. Because I know everybody's going to be picking apart my baseboards, my this, my that, like my white refrigerator.
Well, it's funny because I was like, of course, the other Georgia girl has the same spode plates. Like that's such a big Southern thing, right? So I was like, of course, this freaking, because we used to be friends. But I loved how they did a scavenger hunt, and that was their game. Because why don't we do more fun shit like that? Why do we say, let's go around the table and say who you trust the least? You go first, Jamie.
Yeah, lame.
Like, it just seems stupid, Like
it's dumb.
That was so much fun to watch.
I think it was fun. It made everybody laugh. I also love that Luann needed a fucking break from Vicki. She was like, I don't want to sit by her.
So
I need a break. She goes, I want to sit by Sutton. I just need a moment. Of course you do. Dude, nobody likes Vicki.
I wonder if when she got asked back, if they were like, this is going to save the show. We've talked about this. This is it. This is, people are going to lose their minds. It's going to be an epic moment. I just don't know. I don't know. Was she there to be of an ally to Shannon? Like, what was the reasoning? I want to know. What was the reason?
What was the reason? I'm hearing like one of two things. It's either they thought that she's so iconic or legendary, which is crazy, that she's going to save the show, and or they're walking her into her and the show's funeral.
Shut them out.
And they're putting a period on it because it's been so bad. It needs a break. It needs a full recast. Let's let Vicki have one last hurrah. It's not that she's iconic. It's not that she's legendary. We don't need to save the show. We're just walking them all into a slow death.
That's what I have predicted. since
I
the
think that's
announcement.
what the case is.
Yeah.
I don't see them going another season with the same cast. I don't think they can.
No.
Based on the feedback. I have 7 minutes before I have to go pick up Steve. Oh, no. I have time. I lied. I have like 15 minutes.
Perfect.
We are good. I hate cutting us short because I just
It's okay.
you can't rush art. You know? You can't.
I mean, you speak the truth, girl.
I know. I mean, listen, I don't mean to pat ourselves on the back, but we're kind of fun. We're kind of fun.
Just ask us.
I always tell my husband that. I go, he's really funny. Just ask him. He'll tell you.
No, Matt actually flew. He was home for 2 days, and he flew this morning to Florida. They're building another golf course there. And he sent me this long text message about our podcast. And he listened to it, and he said he was dying laughing. He loves it. He loves the things we were calling out. I mean, people do think we're funny. And it's, Matt would tell me, like, you're not funny.
You know what? My husband would absolutely be like, babe, you could do better.
Yeah.
I love that Matt is giving us feedback. He is somebody based on the amount of times that I've met him and what I know of him through you, that I would take his feedback to heart. It is genuine, it's well thought out, and it matters to me. So I love that he has been listening.
I'm glad that you will, because last night he was like, telling me something, and I said, don't tell me what to do. And I walked away, and he goes, Jesus. Like, so anything he says, I'm like, I'm going to do the opposite. No. You said it was...
Well, that's why we're friends, because I ignore the shit out of my husband. When he tries to tell me what to do, I'm like, oh my God, he's become a nervous Nelly when I drive. And he literally grabs the shit handle all the time. And it makes me want to go 90 miles an hour and go, dude, I've got this. I'm such a good driver. I'm actually an excellent driver.
I've been in the car with you. You're a very good driver.
Excellent driver. But just for like no reason, he's become nervous and he tells me, well, it's got to turn up here. Oh, they're slowing down up there. And I'm like, I can see. And sometimes I ignore him and then he'll tap me. And I'm like, oh, don't do the tap. Do not do the tap. I can see.
Matt Janella misses every turn.
Is he one of those? Can he not see? Am I giving him? I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. He can't see. He's a man of a certain age.
Screen. He doesn't look at the screen, and I just won't say anything because I don't want him to get perturbed. And he misses. He's like, God, I missed another turn, and I'm like, I always go shocking. I love him so much. I have to give him shit.
Oh my God. Same with Steve. And I just love that we've been together so freaking long that it's like, we don't really offend each other. It's like, I could just be my full self. And when I'm agitated, let me be agitated. And sometimes he's the agitator and he deserves it.
Okay, wait. I don't know why this made me think of this.
Tell me.
I'm agitated, I guess.
Yeah.
What happened at the end of this episode? How did we leave it off?
Oh, the last little bit of drama, which wasn't really drama, was Kyle calls out Gizelle for wanting to get horizontal with Mauricio. And Teresa is confused as fuck. She goes, why? Why did somebody explain horizontal? Why? Huh?
What do you mean by that?
It's like, girl, catch up, babe.
And she's like, and sometimes I have to take a moment to process things. And then I'm like, oh, yeah. I was dying. Yeah. And here's another thing. I love her.
Girls Trip allows me to not dislike the Housewives I strongly disliked on their franchise. I am obsessed and now want to be friends with Lisa Barlow. I'm obsessed with Teresa Giudice and now want to be friends with her, fraud and all. I don't care. I will visit her in prison. I like her so much. Luann, I've always said she's so annoying and like self-absorbed in interviews and stuff. I'm obsessed with her on Girls Trip. Kyle has been risen from the dead. I was annoyed with her the last couple of seasons. I love her again and I want to party with her. I've always loved Portia. She has never been on my shit list, except for what she did to Candy, but that's a story for another day. I am obsessed. I want to be friends with every single one of them. And I freaking love this show. That's what I'm trying to say.
I know. I do too. And this cast. Show. I love the cast.
I wish they would do like a summer and a winter version, kind of like they do Summer House, Winter House. Yes. I don't know if you're aware. Bring back more Girls Trips. Do a winter version and a summer version. I want more Girls Trip. I want it more than Housewives.
You know
I
what?
love it
You're
so much.
solving a problem. We're sick
you.
of stale storylines.
Correct.
So let's do this, combining different franchises together. The only thing I would change is having a Miami lady on. The fact that we don't have one is weird.
That's wild because that is an iconic cast and they bring it.
100%.
Oh my God, if I could just be a friend of, now this is my next goal in life. If I could be just a friend of, not even on Housewives, because that's even just gets so serious and dark, on Girls Trip. If there's a such thing as a friend of, it'd be so much fun.
Please,
I love Girls
I
Trip.
know.
Yeah, let's petition for a winter and a summer version of Girls Trip, and let's get our girl Katie on there.
Oh,
I want my girl Katie. Let me get my girl. Okay, this is the petition is officially started. And if you too want to sign the petition, go to our YouTube channel at Bravo's Most Wanted and leave it in the comments.
Please. I would love that. I know.
So yeah, it was the horizontal thing. Giselle's like, oh, well, that was a joke. And first of all, I don't know how you feel. I have never thought Mauricio was attractive. I understand the attraction to him, but where he's not attractive is that he's become less attractive, I will just say. The more problematic I see him, the less attractive he is.
Same.
I will just say that.
I always thought he was a very good-looking guy. He seemed to be an incredible father. He loved Kyle, what we saw. So that makes him attractive. When you are hardworking and you're a good father and you're a good husband, that makes a man attractive to me. Not attractive like, ooh, I think he's hot. Like attractive, right?
Agree.
Now, most recently, not that attractive to me. You know, the young girls and the partying and
That's
on the
what's
ski
turning me off.
slopes and I don't. You've done that. You're past it. You're in your late 50s or early 60s,
it's giving
whatever it
midlife
is.
crisis. It's giving philanderer, maybe allegedly, perhaps. I don't know. It's giving a lot of things, and I no longer really think he's like super desirable. Whereas before, I could totally see it for all the reasons that you just stated. I'm like, no, I think
that's so attractive.
Kyle's more the catch in that relationship versus Mauricio.
She is, and she's hot.
She's hot.
I'm sorry.
Agreed. Agreed. Jinx, you owe me a Coke. And then we have the white party coming up, right? Which I cannot wait because we're going to see EJ on there, and she's a bitch to Luann. We're going to see Lisa
what's going
Barlow.
on with that?
I
Why do they hate
am
each
not.
other?
I don't know. It must be some performer thing. Maybe there's some I don't know. They're both performers. I don't know. I'm just making shit up.
Yeah.
Lisa Barlow gets called out by somebody. Whitney has a moment. It's going to be a lot of drama, and it's going to be the white party, which is iconic.
Yes.
I'm excited for this. Is there anything else we have missed?
I don't think so. It was a great episode.
Well, let's get out of here in our Heather baby teas.
Yeah.
Twinsy. Twin.
BMWs, we need your help. First, if you could please subscribe to our YouTube channel, we would so appreciate it. And also, you can help us after our spicy hot takes have landed us on the Bravo cell block, leaving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts.
Yes, and if you want to leave us a voice message, we will address it on an upcoming show, and that is at SpeakPipe. Oh, I always forget. It's speakpipe.com/Bravo. That's SPEAKPIPE.com/Bravo. Katie and I will be addressing all of the voice messages. We're kind of saving them up right now for a bonus episode, but leave us a message, ask us your burning questions. We will address it on an upcoming episode. But ta-ta for now. We'll see you all soon.
Bye.
Bye.